Right, welcome everybody to another episode of Chris and Dave's Reality Cast. I'm one of your hosts, Chris Phelps, and my co-host and very good friend is Mr. Dave Horrocks.
Hey there, Chris, and hello to our listeners out there. Welcome to Chris and Dave's Reality TV Cast. We are going on a journey, Chris, and we are being vulnerable watching The Bachelor Season 26, Episode 8. Now, Chris, where do you want to start? Because this is a return to form for The Bachelor, isn't it?
It is, Dave.
The anti-form.
This is the point where I think a few seasons ago we didn't have time. We had to pick which show to drop, and I think at this point I'd probably drop The Bachelor, Dave.
I got too much on, and this is shit.
It's gone from being really interesting to just fucking cruising now. We're just going to cruise to the end. I know next week's episode, the first episode of the two, because the two next week is The Girls Tell All. So that's going to be a good one. We're going to have some proper kickoffs there, and I'm looking forward to that. And I won't say anything about Caitlin, by the way, Dave, just to get that in there, before she is presenting.
Oh, Christ, yeah.
Let's not go down that route. It shouldn't be her anyway. It should be Jessie, I think. But anyway, either way, I will not say anything. We just get the dates, don't we? We get the hometown. The first one we get is Susie, and it's a lovely place. I think it's Virginia where she lives. It's so picturesque. So many places in America, Dave, makes me so jealous. I know they've got to move into cities to earn money and a career and that, but what such beautiful backdrop that Clayton was there. And I've got to say, Dave, whenever he walks, he's a fucking unit, Clayton. He is a big fucker, that lad. You know what I mean? He don't miss leg day or anything. When he's walking, I'm like, he's just huge. He's just an absolute monster. Unfortunately, he's got the fucking personality of an ant, but the actual physical side of him, he's just an absolute specimen.
Yeah, unit isn't the word I was thinking of, but he is a physical specimen. But Jesus Christ, I mean, he is a one-page book, isn't he? He's a leaflet.
Yes.
He's just, I don't know. And obviously, not spoiling it right at the end, but he's like, I'm just in love with everybody.
It's just,
I mean, he does not have a type. Well, he doesn't seem to have much of a type. He just quite happily falls in love with them all. And I don't know. Some people love these hometown episodes, Chris, and it does get interesting when the parents aren't in on it, and they're basically like,
yes,
yeah, but you're dating a bunch of other people. This is nonsense. What the fuck am I doing here? Get out of my house.
Yeah.
But I don't think everyone was fairly well trained here. I don't think they really put them under a massive amount of pressure in this one. I mean, you mentioned about the Susie date. They went on this jiu-jitsu thing, saw a little bit of jiu-jitsu, not really that much. And but I mean, her dad seemed, to be really quite supportive.
Yeah, he was a good guy. And go back to the jiu-jitsu, Dave, someone who's done it, and I think you've done a bit as well, is she nearly broke his arm, Dave, at that point. He was like trying to smile, and she had him in a proper armbar, and she's like, ha, ha, ha. And Clayton's going, oh, fucking hell, my palm. She literally was going to fucking wait for him to tap there, and he was trying to act all cool and funny like it wasn't hurting. That hurts, Dave. I've been there a few times. That hurts. But no, it was a very strange day. It was great for her to say it's her sort of release. It's her thing, the jiu-jitsu and that. And I get that. We all have to have some sort of release. Really good. But I'm with you. The father was lovely. I don't think he's seen the show before, because I think he just thought like he'd picked his daughter and that was the end of it. But then we get the same thing. I think it was asked a couple of times, is, are you in love with my daughter? And Clayton, fucking hell, Dave. So, I mean, we talk about being rehearsed. We talk about it's the same DNA. I think I'm falling in love with you. The girl said, I think I'm falling in love with you. Like Thingy last week, was it Sarah last week? And then she went, I don't want to go out with that guy anyway. But like 5 minutes earlier when he wasn't going to get rid of her, he was the man of her dreams. So we know it's a put on, but he just wasn't good at answering that question. He'd not thought in his head that someone might say, well, do you love my daughter or not? He just, every time he got asked it, he just tripped up, and it just made him seem to me less genuine. He was just more, the more it was going on, I was just like, oh, you're not going to stay with any of these girls.
I'll put a different spin on it. Right. Would you have preferred it if you had a well thought out, well rehearsed answer that you know, he could definitely see himself falling in love with them and was smooth as fucking butter. And, and he said exactly the fucking same thing to every one of the dads.
Yeah, because then we call him out even more, Dave.
Yeah, exactly. We'd be like, you smooth fucker, you have done that far too many times. Don't trust him. That is what we'd say, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, he was a bit shit. But I think it was a genuine sort of reaction of being uncomfortable with that. I mean, he's on the wrong fucking show, isn't he? He is there as a puppet for our entertainment, Chris.
Yeah.
He's not a well-polished lead at all, is he? But like we've said before, the thing is, it's not the Clayton show, is it? It's all about the girls. And I think the reason why this one is probably one of my lowest episodes in terms of enjoyment is it just was no real drama to it all. But I mean, Clayton just continues to do what Clayton does, just be there as a Homer Simpson sort of character.
But you're right, because he's so right. We're not going to be far off on this at all, because he goes on the date with Gabby, and I think Gabby's date was there was one thing that literally was spit out the tea stuff. So she goes together. I don't see any connection between Gabby and Clayton at all. I can't believe he's kept her for this long. I think she did the whole doe-eye thing. Oh, is he going to leave? Oh, I can't believe if he gets rid of me, he's the man for me. I've seen nothing. I know there was a bit of a snog as soon as they got together, but obviously, unfortunately, Gabby's dad wasn't there because he'd been diagnosed with cancer, unfortunately, recently. So, and with COVID and that, he couldn't be there. So the granddad was there. Very open family thing. And the first thing she says, as you're going to say in front of your mum and your granddad, is, I can't wait for him to sit on my face. And I literally spat my drink out, Dave. I was like, and the granddad's just laughing, going, oh, there's my girl. I was like, what the fuck are you doing saying that in front of your grandparents? That is a hell of a joke to pull. And everyone just went along with it. I was like, oh my word, she's not holding back here at all.
This is, I don't think they had Carry On in the US, did they?
No.
But, this is almost like the Carry On generation. It's like you've got Sid James there. Just this smutty humor. I don't know. Did he actually get it or not? Misinterpret? I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it was nice when her dad turned up. Sorry, Dave.
Yeah, no, I agree. I put, before the dad turned up, I just put absolute snooze fest. But it was pretty choking, wasn't it, when he did the old what's it called? The film. I'll say Almost Famous. It's not, is it? Love Actually.
Love Actually, yeah.
Yeah, where he does the old Love Actually thing. So yeah, I thought that was pretty choking. Obviously, completely staged as well, but I believe there's 1% of it that's real. So I was in there. I mean, what do you think of the Serena date or hometown?
The thing is with Serena, Dave, out of the four girls, I know there's something there with Rachel, but Serena, she's the one I thought was a shoo-in for the last three. I'll be honest. I thought there's good chemistry there. She's a lovely girl. There's something between her and Clayton. There seems to be a genuine connection. Now, I think with her date, it went exactly the same. I mean, her brother stepped up and said, let's have the big brother chat. And it wasn't really I'm going to throttle you if you hurt my sister. It was sort of like what you're in, the usual, what your intentions and all this stuff. But I don't know. There was just, it didn't seem to hit like the others. And I genuinely thought, Dave, I thought he would pick Serena at the end. I thought she was in the top two. And I was quite surprised by the result. But yeah, that was probably the most boring date of the lot, to be honest.
Yeah, but you're right. I mean, she laid it all out on the line pretty much, didn't she? There was no holding back at all from her side. And so, I thought she did enough to certainly get into the last three. So spoilers for the end, but obviously she didn't make it. But yeah, I don't know. I was just waiting for the grilling, and I think, to be honest, Chris, I didn't quite get it with the Rachel hometown with Rachel's dad, but it was the closest thing, because there was a genuine look in this guy's eye, like he wanted to murder him.
Well, he said, didn't he? She asked me a thingy, and I said, "Do you want me to go and beat him up about some guy who'd upset her?" So, I mean, look, let's be honest. The dad, mid to late 50s. You know, he looks like a mafioso guy. Clayton's 6'4", built like a brick shithouse, Dave. He's not going to do much at good old Clayton. He might have done it in his heyday. He might have been able to go, but I was like, come on. We don't need this sort of chat. It's not about that. It's about your daughter. Definitely grill him. And Clayton did say, like, I expect you to give me a hard time. But I'm with you. That was probably the only thing where I was like, go on, give it him. Give it to Clayton. Lay into him. And he didn't really. He just sort of, he played it, and then it just died because he got a bit upset as well, didn't he? There was tears from the dad as well. He's obviously quite an emotional guy. But Rachel's the one who I think she's going to win it, Dave. I don't know what it is, but there's just something there. I just think out the three that are remaining, she's the favourite in my eyes now. There's just something about her, I think, with Clayton. He sees something. I mean, it's not Sinead levels of I am blind, but I think he likes the fact that there's that little bit of an edge to her.
You buy that that's her real voice, Chris?
No,
because it's not, it's not quite a baby voice, is it? But it's really weird, and it's like she's whispering, and they're just like, come on, just talk real. You don't really talk like that, surely. So I don't know, it feels forced. I don't think I've ever heard anyone actually talk like that consistently. So I was just doing my head in. I think you might be right. Can't help but feel Susie's in with a good chance.
Also, yeah, Gabby, I think, is the outside favourite. If I was putting money on Dave, I think
the
you're
outside
right.
favourite. So which one are you going for here?
No, Susie, I mean the least.
Rachel, the least favourite. Right.
Yeah, so
okay.
Rachel, Susie, Gabby. It's one of three, Dave.
Yeah. It's like football predictions.
Hey, steady now. Stop it. You know mine are useless.
We won't talk about Sunday in your fucking predictions again. Yeah. I think we're going to do it this time.
All right. Well, I didn't tell you. And what Dave's talking about is my amazing football team. And I say amazing going off past glories at the moment. Manchester United got absolutely dicked in our local derby, my Manchester City. Dave, being a Liverpool fan, is vying at the top of the Premiership with Man City. So he actually wanted us to win, which is absolutely sacrilege. But I probably
rare occasion, wasn't it?
Very rare occasion. And it sort of went. The conversation was we were getting beat 2-1, and I went, it's either going to be 4-1 to City or we're going to win 4-2. And I'll be honest with you, Dave. 65th minute. I haven't told you this, even though we spoke quite a lot since Sunday. 65th minute. I went, you know what? I'm going to put a bet on. We're going to win this 3-2. 28-1. Put the boost on William Hill. It was 32-1. Fiver. Jobs are good. 180 fucking quid or something in my back pocket. Yep, City scored within about 2 minutes of that bet going through. And I was just like, my fucking betting on football is about as good as my predictions, Dave. I was like, what a waste of a fiver. But there you go. Anyway, oh my God. Terrible. Let's talk about The Bachelor anyway, Dave. Let's not talk football because that will upset me.
Well, I mean, honestly, I just did not make any notes really here. I don't think anything exciting happened. I'm just waiting to get to the next episode.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we get to the rose ceremony, and like we said before, you know, Rachel gets the last rose, and then Serena is the one who misses out. So she was obviously gutted. She's not going to make it to the final three, but then we get the previews again. And so it's getting to that crunch time, isn't it? So who's he slept with? So we know now some of his words were like, I'm in love with all three of you, but he slept with two of them. Or he's been intimate was the words, you know.
Yeah.
But so which two do you reckon it is? Who's the one who misses out, Chris?
I think Susie misses out. And I think Gabby, Gabby said she wants him to sit on her face, Dave. So, I mean, that's got to be that's got to be a banker, that. And I'm not putting £5 bet on William Hill on that, but I'm just saying as a prediction. And I think also Rachel as well. So I think it'll be them two.
Cool. Now, I think next week or the next couple of episodes, it's a Monday and a Tuesday showing.
Yes.
So we've got Women Tell All. Chris, I can't wait.
Yeah.
We're going to have fucking Sinead there. She's going to be coming out swinging. Everyone's going to be going back at her, I'm sure. I think that's going to be proper Jerry Springer stuff. I hope they've got, what was that big guy that they used to get from security, the big bald guy?
Oh,
He was
Steve.
like the bouncer, wasn't it? It was Steve, wasn't it? We'll get Steve in there, separating them all. Can't wait. And then I guess we're going to finish up with whatever it is, the penultimate kind of episode before the final.
Yes, and sorry to cut across you, but Dave, here's one for you then. Just as a little prediction, who out of the guests that have gone home, the contestants, or any of the reoccurring people, well, the people we've seen in previous seasons, is going to become the Bachelorette, or has that already been announced? Because I don't think I've seen that ever.
Oh, good question. No idea. I think they've managed to actually keep it quiet now. I think it might be one of these last three. See, before when like you had Matt James's season, you had Katie. She was plucked out fairly early on, wasn't she?
Yeah.
And then she was announced as being the Bachelorette. But I haven't heard anything. I also haven't looked.
Yeah, me too.
People are probably at home like, you fucking part-timers.
Yep, they're right.
But yeah, so I don't know. I think I would go whoever doesn't win out of Rachel and Susie, whoever that is. I think we'll go in there. People like Sinead, fucking nails on for Bachelor in Paradise.
Yes.
And what's the other one as well? Was it Chrissy?
Cassidy was one of them.
Cassidy. I think she'll be there as well.
Yeah, I think so as well. And I'm just trying to search, Dave, and I can't see anything. So I think that Genevieve could be with a shout, Dave. She got a lot of airtime with Clayton. So it could be her. It could be any of them. You know, Susie could be in with a shout if she goes now. And I'll get into the bottom two, but it'll be somebody. It's got to be somebody who's not in the show. So it can't be any of them bottom three if they're going to announce it, because they announced it last time. So I think it's got to be I'm saying Genevieve. That's my prediction there, and I can't find anything online. So apologies if it's been announced, guys, but I've not been like you. I've not looked.
Yeah, I mean, I think wasn't Katie like the oldest? Oh no, Claire, I guess, was the oldest Bachelorette.
Yes,
I was thinking maybe Mara. You know, she's like 33, isn't she? Maybe she might be in with a shout. Sarah, she's a bit young though, isn't she?
Yeah, that's true. So, I mean, Mara, though, Dave, they need someone with a bit of spice. I mean, for all Claire and Dale, it was a great half a season. Then we got Tayshia. It was dead boring, wasn't it, really? But, you have to careful what you wish for. We laid into Claire a lot, quite rightly, but also what great TV.
Fucking gold TV.
It's brilliant. It was fucking brilliant. And Dale's there like a fucking Klingon, isn't he? Looking in the background. Oh, I was looking for the toilet. Yeah, of course you was, son. Of course you was. So it was good TV. It gave us something slightly different to the formula. So someone, Dave, fucking Sinead, or someone like that would be amazing. Oh my God. What the fuck?
You can't have a villain as the Bachelorette, surely.
That'd be amazing. Well, Claire was a villain pretty much. Dave, that'd be amazing. But
Yeah, she was all bought into the process. Basically, if you kiss the arse of the process and the whole show, you know, you are in with a good chance of being selected to be the Bachelor or Bachelorette. It's got, I trust in the process. She was taking the piss out of the process. She was like, I'm going to fuck things up here, and like playing everyone. So I just can't see that happening. But who knows? What would be great, Chris? People out there listening, probably ears to the ground, much better than ours. If you email us in, cdrealitycast@gmail.com, with your predictions on who will be the next Bachelorette.
Yeah.
And also, if there's any, who will definitely be in Bachelor in Paradise as well. And probably the first email we'll get in is just check this fucking article. It's first on Google or something. But, I tweet. Hopefully it hasn't leaked out.
Yeah. Well, usually that reality Steve guy does it, doesn't he? He usually does the information.
He has a lot of spoilers. Yeah. I sort of stopped following him. He seemed to get a bit problematic a little while ago.
I saw that. Yeah, so I've not followed him. I've avoided him as well, and he never responded to our messages, Dave. Anyway, he messaged us. We messaged him back. He actually contacted us, and then we never heard from him again. So there you go.
Oh, did he?
Ages ago, yeah. Ages ago.
Oh, right.
Ages ago. Well, there you go. He probably knew I wanted to be the presenter, Dave, of Love Island in Vegas. So he probably thought, no, I'm not having this English guy coming over and stealing my limelight. But coincidentally, Dave, breaking news, if anyone's not realised, doesn't know this, I don't know if I've said this on the podcast, and you know this because I bore you senseless with it every day. But September, my friend, I am back in my favourite city in the world, 4 days in Vegas, and then going 3 nights in New York, Dave. Absolutely cannot wait, my friend. Absolutely. We should get a CD reality meetup, Dave, which means you've got to come to Vegas as well. I'm not going to tell Sam that. And what I'm going to do is, do you ever remember that
I'll just fucking turn up.
Do you remember that episode? I love it, of Fools and Horses, where he's going to get the alcohol at Calais. And he's in the fucking booze place, and then Trigger's there, and fucking Denzel turns up, and Delbert goes, Denzel, I don't believe it. You've got your truck. Oh, I've got a load of booze here. And then Trigger comes over, and then you can see Rodney's like, yeah, okay. And he went, what are you doing? And he went, you told to me it's at 4 o'clock, so that'll be like that one of them with me and you, won't it? I can't believe, some don't believe Dave sat next to me on the plane.
Yeah, he's got a room right here with podcast mics set up and everything. What are the chances?
Unbelievable. I mean, the chances, Sam, yeah, fucking hell, damn. I can imagine me walking around with a steak over one of my eyes when it's fucking black and blue. But anyway, we'll do that. But no, good stuff today, man. Like you say, hopefully this next episode's a lot better. But as always, guys, if you want to support us, get over to Patreon, patreon.com/CD realitycast. If you want to email us, as Dave said earlier, cdrealitycast@gmail.com. If you want to follow us on social media, @cdrealitycast. So the roll call of honour for today is Kent Gustafson, Lucky Lulu Green, Lauren Hennessy, Susan Priscilla, Dee Dee Katie, Helen Joanna, Zoe, Amy, Noreen, Brianna, Helen, Keith, and Michelle. So thank you so much, guys, as always. Always say every episode, past and present, everyone who supports the podcast, we really appreciate it. Get over to Facebook, Chris and Dave's Reality TV Cast, and get over there and join the chat and tell us where we're going wrong. And I'm happy if anybody wants to criticize Dave, because I always get the criticism. I would be happy to read it out, guys. No, don't criticize him, only joke. But if you do, private message me and I will read it out with delight. Okay.
Oh, very good. Well, mate, it's been a bit of a shorter episode, but I'm predicting we're going to have fireworks at the Women Tell All, and I think we'll probably do. With the 2 episodes, we'll probably just cover that with 1 episode because we're still on our catch up.
Anyway,
so we've still got our last weeks of maths to catch up on, haven't we? And then
we're working on it.
Catch up with this week.
you know, like when you're at work and you go, right, hang on a minute. This person's off this week. I can't book that week off, or I need to get asked. Someone says, all right, I've booked this off. Can you cover me? Or I can't do this because it's this. No, me and you've got to book our holidays now, Dave, around reality TV. We can cope on the TV and movie stuff because we can pre-plan that. But when it's the reality stuff, and I was around all day thinking, oh my God, I need to try and watch this. And I couldn't get maths anywhere, Dave, in Spain. I was like, oh, this is ridiculous. But yeah.
So in 4 years, we've been podcasting with various things across all the different projects that we've done. And I don't think we've had a 2-week stretch, have we? Well, we've not had a 2-week stretch off podcasting where we've had so many things to cover. So it's just coming back and it's like, right, fucking... we need to watch this on this night. We need to record this on this night. My word.
Amazing. All right, mate. Nice one. I'm talking to you, Dave, like we're on the phone anyway, but we're not. We're podcasting.
This is just, oh yeah, we're still recording. Well, thanks a lot to thanks a lot to everyone out there for listening, sticking with us, even though we're a little bit late and just trying to catch up with everything. We really appreciate it. Thank you very much, Chris, and I'll speak to you next time.
Bye.